Hi and welcome. This is Krishna Priya. This is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It's Saturday, the 13th of August, 13th of September. See? Oh, I might lose internet. 1 second. I hope I don't. We just lost lights, but I shouldn't lose it. Anyway, it's Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025, and we have with us two fantastic channelers, but one of them is going to channel and one is going to just be here in our audience today. So we have Toni Ghazi here. He channels praying mantis beings and the Antarean heart. I said it. Yeah. Yes. And of course, we have Jim Charles with us, which is always lovely to have Jim. Hi, everyone. Hi to everyone in YouTube. Toni came back to us after 1 month by pure request because he was so fantastic. And we needed a part two immediately. So I'm glad he was able to make it. Today we have just in the room, just to give a little heads up of everyone that's here, we've got myself, Angie, James, Yana, Toni, Adriana, Christy, Michael, Susan, Wendy, and more people coming in. So, and hello to everyone in YouTube. As before with Toni, we'll be taking questions. So if you have a question, especially the people in YouTube, feel free to go ahead and write them, and we'll take them as the questions open up. So I will go ahead and just request that. But before we do anything, why don't we start with some announcements, Angie?
Thank you so much. All right. The first thing I want to say is thank you for everyone who participated in Krishna Priya's
Yeah.
pendulum class. It was a great class, great information. Thank you so much, Krishna Priya, for teaching that.
Thank you. Thank you. It was lovely to teach, and I'm glad that people enjoyed it. I still have a little addendum to come to you all based on the drag and
Yes.
everything that we talked about. So that'll be coming this week.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. We have the collaboration between Jim and Max from the Galaxy with Love, a Lightworkers textbook. This is available on Amazon. And the second book is Elijah Speaks. These are all Elijah's recordings. And into the first volume, Elijah Speaks. This is not yet on YouTube yet. YouTube. This is not yet on Amazon, but if you are interested, you can get a signed copy. I just wanted to show you a signed copy from Jim, and we can get this mailed out to you. If you're interested in the Elijah Speaks book, you can email classes@hucolo.org. I will get information out to you. Thank you to the responses that we've already got. Your books are on your way. The Human Colony website, there are two, I did just break my nail. There are two Human Colony website. It's www.humancolony.org. Also, the other one is Hucolo, Hucolo.org. That one actually has the link to become a member. The second is Jim's email, jim@jim-charles.com. The Jim Reiki email is definitely going away soon, so please make sure that you get this new email address to contact Jim. Again, that's jim@jim-charles.com. Jim's website.
Which is more fun to type than Jim Reiki.
I know. Jim's
Is it Jim
website.
at jim-charles.com?
Yeah, jim@jim-charles.com.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Jim's website is www.jim-charles.com. That is for any information about what he does, the people that he channels, and how to get a session with him. That is all the announcements that I have today. And I'd like to just say that if you are interested in any other classes, please email me. Once we get a large request for a specific class, then we will definitely put it on. But thank you again to Krishna Priya and some of the other classes that we offer: galactic energy healing, We offer white magic levels 1 through 4. Yeah, and so many more. So thank you so
Perfect.
much.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so let's start with some blessings. We'll go in the order that just as I see them on the list. We'll do Yana, Michael, Susan, Angie, Wendy. Yana, Michael, Susan, Angie, Wendy. I'll type it in the chat. And then Jim will do the interpretation. Okay. Which is a blessing.
Yeah, can I? Okay. Stika no muko aitana kai te tashtiko ort hana kai te ostuko orto mana kai stika ort maha. Hentea arte kana kai stiko to orto moitene kana staka ai hete e karto no komo ika ata. Parto mo stika arto mo stika aite te. Blessings.
God is visiting his people and leaving messages with them through dreams and visions. It is time that you pay attention to these, especially if they are lucid. They have meaning for your life and maybe for others.
Michael, when you're ready.
Ula ka samukusuki sekala ula ka nakase hosufuha ta samuti ta ta la hakano ha hutope te sautua alaka inekua.
I will not forget my people. I love them and care for them, and they will be healed and lifted up.
He sia koto ya tia sia titia kutu isia ya kia tutu isia kititia sititia tutu isia tutu ya kia kutu ya tia isia kutu ya tia kitia usa ya kutitia sia he sia kuwa ya tia. Blessings.
Life on your planet is difficult, but you are able to come through. Remember to keep your spirits positive so that God and the Holy Ones can get through to this planet and make it a better place. It is difficult to understand why it has come to this point, but we are working to help you to make it a better place to live.
Do undorsheta ora akini I bere indi akunu uch. Dur inshera indiku usheshera bera inku atanaya.
Pray often and meditate, making sure that you are bringing the best information to this world as you can.
O taranai takahe o tikaranai o kahai kahe nye thoro eta ho nye e shashtoro I know.
There are many spirits in your world that are coming to help. There are many that are singing like you have sung and are bringing beautiful things to your world, even in the midst of this dire natures that you are facing. Love and understanding must continue. Continue to reach out one to another and keep faith.
Thank you. Thank you. And we'll have Christy at the end. So, all right. Let me put Toni full screen here. Okay. There we go. So Toni, welcome. It's not lovely to have you back. Oh, you have a new, do you have a new microphone or was that the same microphone as before?
No, that's the same microphone as before.
Oh, it's nice. Good looking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I love bright colors because I'm colorblind, so vivid colors always attract me.
Oh, can you see them? Can you see the bright colors?
So I can see orange, I can't see red, I can't see browns, some greens, like some hues of blue. They look like a color, but it's almost as if I don't know what the name of the color is, like literally.
Mm, yeah.
And I guess sometimes it doesn't matter. And like people are like, "How do you wear your clothes?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I just it all flows."
Everyone thinks you have this amazing sense of color style, and you're just like, well, if you look at greens, do they all look the same or do they have shades and you just haven't identified them as having a name or?
Exactly like that. So I can see like the different shades, but I literally don't know what then like it's almost as if I've never been taught what to name that color. But that makes sense with the praying mantis beings because they actually speak
Yeah,
through like through color frequency. So even the name of a color is really like irrelevant. It's like the frequency, of the color that they like use to create worlds and do things and communicate and
Hmm.
things. So yeah.
What have you named the colors? Do you think you would see them more readily?
If I don't name them, you're saying?
If you named them, the ones that you haven't been taught a name for, what if you named them?
Well, it's almost also as if even if I like, it's just this knowingness that even if I name them, I'm gonna forget what that name is. It's just almost like I'm blind, but I could not be blind. I could be seeing something else that the rest of the world isn't seeing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I've kind of
Yeah.
surrendered, and it's kind of cool to be colorblind. Like, yeah, I'm the cool kid who doesn't see
Yeah,
color.
you are. Cool. Very cool. Have you heard of the just have you heard of those glasses they give to people that they can put them on? Is that something in your wish list?
So actually, I have, like, believe me, I have one. I
Oh,
do.
you do. All right.
Yeah, and I feel like they may in the in the lens of like the glasses. I think they may. I mean, I don't know how it's technologically like made, but to me, it feels more red huey. But I don't know if what I'm seeing through the lens is the real color what other people like see. Like there's a difference because like when I have them on, I go um, like I would take them out and on, like looking at the same thing, and I see
Mm,
like a variation, right? But I've taken so
right.
many colorblind tests where like you have the big circle and there's like a million circles inside, and like they spell out like a number, and I don't see any of those numbers. Um,
Wow.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
those are free stuff you
Amazing.
can do on Google.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Sorry to go on that little trip down colorblind lane. So,
No
but
worries.
anyway, it's so lovely to have you back. And for the people who do not know of the Antarean uh, beings, can you please give just a little introduction of who they are and how you came to know them, how you came to channel them?
Yeah. So my life has been super accelerated. I knew nothing about aliens or even channeling or like psychicism and anything like woo-woo until COVID hit. And I think I had turned 40 or 41 then. Um, and like my consciousness like opened up, and I saw the interview with Extra Dimensionals on Gaia with Ruben Langdon, and like that video or that like show is all about channelers, and I was so fascinated, but not only fascinated, like completely magnetized to what was being said. English wise, I understood the words, but no context. Like I had no idea what was happening. I'm like, and of course I doubted. I'm like, this is insane. This is crazy. Like these people are like pretending. What the hell is this? Like there was a lot of trying to understand if this is real or not. But I watched those episodes like I don't know 8 times in over a span of 2 months, and then work became busy again, and I like never looked back. But that kind of began my unlocking of like something different, and I had a past life regression maybe 8 months later, and like that's where the praying mantises like came in. It was a very clear image. It was like three images like in
Mm,
succession, and I described that in other shows, and I knew then literally that they're my people, which now I
right.
know everything is my people, all consciousness is me. But then I needed, because I opened this new door and there's a whole magical world on the other side, and I'm like, where do I belong? And like the praying
Right.
mantises like came through, and like to the point, and I began receiving all kinds of messages. Like at night, I would wake up. I have spaceships over my house. I have UFOs. Like during the daylight, like things really shifted.
Wow.
Like crazy, crazy stuff. And I bought a night vision camera where I would get called 3, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. like to go outside. And I mean, I have stars that would like do Morse code, like literally Morse code. It's not just one flashing, like and spaceships and like V-shaped ships and all kinds of things. And then fairies at home, like that would come. So like things really began appearing in a sense to show me that the world I thought I knew like once isn't like what it is, that there's more like beyond like this sight with the eyes. There's all frequency, there's all vibration, it's all like a channel, right? Like we're all channels. So like when I switch my channel of my belief system that there is more, then I'm able to perceive more, right? And like they didn't appear, they were always there, I just couldn't see them because
That
I
was
had my
going to be a
channel.
question I had. Yeah. You think
Exactly,
they were always there, and then all of a sudden your vision, the blinders came off. Let
exactly.
me ask you a question. How did you experience fairies? Do you talk to them? Do you just see them?
Yeah, so I wouldn't call myself, I mean, look, like we can talk to all kinds of beings and I've channeled all kinds of beings, but I
Sure.
wouldn't call myself like the fairy channeler. But when like one of our dogs one time, because we had 5 dogs, and now we have 4. Like we were in bed and he started barking at like nothing. And it was around 6:30 in the evening and it was just beginning to become dark. And he was literally like not just barking, but like looking at something because his eyesight was so straight on to whatever like he was looking at. So I decided
Right.
to like pull out my iPhone and I like began recording, but like the flash came on because it was kind of darkish. All of a sudden I began seeing orbs. Like it's not
Mm.
dust, it's not bugs, they're orbs, thousands of orbs. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. And I thought it was like a one-time thing. And I forgot about it. Oops, sorry. And I forgot about it. And then like a few months later, I literally like get called like begin filming. And I like begin filming and there's orbs everywhere. And I talk to them and I ask them like to come to the screen. One time during Christmas, I knew I had to record, and I have the recording on my phone. And I said, "Okay, guys, you guys are super fast. Our technology is not fast enough to capture you. You need to slow down and come closer to the camera. I swear to God, and I can show it to you. This fairy being that looked like, I don't know, like 2 heads or 2 orbs, bright as hell. It was literally like this. It went like this in front of the camera and left.
Wow.
Like so
Nice.
clear. Yeah, and I'll share it with you like later. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, so and look, when all these things like began to happen and like when I knew like my visceral connection like with the praying mantis beings, because once it's not with the mind, it's just with frequency and
Sure.
vibration, and you just know to the point that I
Yeah.
put on the back of my car that I channel alien beings. I have this advertisement on the back of my car that says, I talk to aliens, I have Bigfoot, I have spaceships. I'm a realtor, and I always joke about that because I've because I've never put on the back of my car that I can help you sell real estate, and I'm just not called. But when I awoke, I definitely was called to do that, which is so out there. And as I'm showing people houses, the first thing that they see is all this crazy woo-woo stuff, and we have this beautiful dialogue. So when you know, and it's just part of who you are, and you fly with it. And I flew with it, and I began channeling them. And I had to trust that I'm a channel. I like thought I was faking it at first. I'm like making things up. Like your mind, the ego plays all these tricks on you that no, this is not you. And then you surrender and you begin to just know, you feel the frequency. And then like they begin showing me images under like the channel state. I feel things, I experience things like beyond words. I see beings that my mind could never have imagined because I'm not a reader and I don't read things. So no way on earth these imaginary like beings really came from books, because I literally don't read books, guys. I just never been like a book reader. I only read in college because I had to, and then I skimmed. I didn't read the whole thing. I'm just not a book reader. And I don't watch a lot of TV, although I do. It's just I'm super busy. So I know all these images that came aren't from things I've seen on TV or things I read.
Right.
And like those were my proof to me that I'm like, okay, I'm seeing things that aren't in my bank of like images, and you begin to trust, and then you just know, and and my whole like world shifted when I stepped into that truth, and here I am, the praying mantis channel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Praying Mantis channel.
Thank you for having me again.
That's so wonderful. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'd like you to do, if you would, is channel.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I don't know, novel idea.
Okay.
But as people, if you have, I don't know, I don't remember, to be honest, I don't remember the last time. If there is a message that you would like to give in the beginning, that's always beautiful. And from there, we can just take some questions. And the people in the Zoom room, if you just will say, I have a question or put a Q or something there. And people in YouTube, I am watching the chat. So if you have questions for the praying mantis beings, then um, you can ask them.
Perfect.
So we're happy to have you again, once again.
Thank you, love. Thank you, everyone. Please ask your questions. Be as personal as like you can. Do not say, "Oh, I really wanted to ask that question, but I didn't think I could." In my realm,
Mhm.
anything means anything. And I say that to open your heart. No limitation, no restrictions. Talk about sex, love, money, I don't know, traumas, dramas. All of it is open. Capiche, people? That's
Capiche.
important because we've been so ingrained in our mind. We can ask these questions, but not these questions. That's limitation.
Right.
Open your heart, feel free and feel safe. I will bring them through. They normally don't like to talk a lot about themselves. They're just not about that. They'll bring a message through like for humanity, and then they say you are welcome to ask a question, and at that point we can begin dialoguing with whoever wants
Perfect.
to ask a question. Okay,
That's perfect. Yeah.
and then
Okay,
you can pull
great.
me out of it like when you're ready. Like say we're finished, we're done, whatever. Please bring Tony back.
I will probably like 5 minutes before, or I'll say something like, this is the last question or
Perfect.
something, you'll know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
Bye,
All right. Well, we'll
Angie.
see you
Okay.
back. Did Angie go? Oh yeah. Bye, Angie. Have fun at church. She's going to see a Broadway show. So have fun.
All right. If you feel like you would like to close your eyes, that's fine. There's no right or wrong way. Again, you can peek through at any time. You want to put your hands on your heart, that's okay. Because what's happening here really is we are connecting with each other. And what seems to be I'm channeling for you is really you are channeling for yourself. We're all co-creators in this experience. And from the Antares Stargate, we come through in this way to co-create with you this beautiful reality of oneness. To merge our hearts with your heart. To be one with you in this way. To be one with the sound, frequency, and vibration that each and every one of you are. And as we connect with you in this way, many beings are here around you, surrounding you for support. Remember that you are not alone. Each and every one of you is already tethered to the fabric of creation itself. Each and every one of you is already intelligence as part of the all. And because of that interconnectedness that is never disconnected ever, You have access to all the beings, all the versions of who you are, all the essences, all the intelligences that your mind cannot even conceive of. You have access to. It is at your disposal. And oftentimes, those beings are aware of your journey, are conscious, and are living with you, fully aware of their interconnectedness with you. And they pop in and they support and they guide and they open your mind and they direct you, all with an open heart, all to allow you to remember fully who you are as an energetic being forever living within this world you call intelligence. There is never a place that you will fall from, in a sense. There is no falling, as you are held within the fabric of all realities in every microsecond of your existence. You will never be hurt, our dearest ones. You will never be in pain, in a sense, because you are that intelligence creating such realities simply for experiences, simply for expansion, through the many illusionary worlds that each and every one of you creates through your own lenses in which you see that world. But the lens itself that oftentimes limits you to see more is you, is part of you, has that specific role, that specific vibration frequency and sacred geometrical structure to allow you to see that facet that otherwise without it you wouldn't be able to see. And that's where the value is. There is value in each and every one of you. There is value in each and every one of your decisions, experiences, conscious awakening, or conscious even dissension, as that is a fallacy. There is no dissension, our dearest ones. Everything is expansion, everything is ascension. But even through the illusionary idea of living an experience of dissension, there is value in that. There is never a point within your existence on the realm of the infinite where you have no value. Know that fully. Mistakes do not exist, our dearest ones. Mistakes do not exist. We love you unconditionally as we honor you fully for who you are, our remembrance and ascended masters, allowing us to see more of the beyond through your lenses, our dearest ones. We begin our dialogue with you in this way. You are welcome to pose a question when you are ready.
Okay, thank you very much. Christy has a question. Go ahead, Christy.
Hello, dear ones. This is Christy here. Nice to meet you. I read an article recently where the conversation centered around the praying mantis being on Mars as we speak. Could you update me on that, please? Do you colonize on Mars, or what reality, what planet do you come from?
Yes, the channel himself connects with, we will say, a version of whom you call the praying mantis beings through the Antares Stargate. But the beings that you are speaking of, that version of whom you call praying mantis on Mars, are another version of that, we will say, intelligence, that specific angles of light, of awareness and consciousness, emanating from a wormhole that connects to the idea of the planetary body you call Mars. They do not live, in a sense, on the planet Mars itself, but they do come and visit and explore away from their, we will say, world, to access other realities. Those specific mantises that you are speaking of are of the red vibration and frequency. The vibration of such a color is also intelligence, our dearest one, and is a facet of the many, facet of God, of Source. And as it lives, in a sense, and experiences itself as the idea of the frequency of such a color, it attracts and interacts with all kinds of beings, one of which are those mantises. Those mantis beings also have a green, golden hue to them. They are physical, but yet non-physical. Some of you say quasi-physical. It is through their awareness of their connection, of whom they are able to, in a sense, interact with their reality as a dense body, semi-dense body, or, should they choose to, of pure light. The beings that the channel connects with, us, are of light. We are not of density. Is that helpful so far?
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. There's something else I just want to bring to your awareness. I'm connecting to Renturus Velantrius, and Jim Charles would bring Renturus through for me if I am not communicating with him myself. But I had an experience where I had an interaction with a praying mantis. I didn't see the being physically, but he actually took the dog lead off my neck. And I brought this to Renturus in a channeling session, and Renturus explained that yes, this mantis being took the dog lead from you, and he's been with you now for some time. He didn't give me the name of or the race of the mantis being, but he said that he has been around me for some time, and I was just advised that he is a trickster, and I should be careful. Now, I haven't interacted with this mantis being since, but I sense that he is still in my vibration and frequency at times. Um, can you sense that, please?
Yes. That version of whom you call praying mantis being is a shapeshifter, our dearest one. But the idea of being a trickster, we will say, yes, is one aspect of reality and experience. Remember, each and every one of you, each and every consciousness and intelligence, any being in whichever format it comes from, is all emanating from Source, from love, from creation, from integration. Because without being integrated, a form isn't able to form in a sense. So the idea of trickery is not from the old way of how humanity thinks that I am being tricked by someone else for some end goal. It is simply allowing you to see and feel and understand the nature of shifting through different forms, shifting through different experiences, shifting through different lenses, allowing you the opportunity to expand your vision, our dearest one. Allowing you the opportunity to see the multidimensional aspect of such existences. And because you are a creator, and because your belief systems are powerful enough to continue creating, shall you believe such trickery from a aspect of being tricked into something, then you create such a reality as an experience. You get to choose. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you. I do believe that this mantis being was having some fun with me. And I enjoyed that interaction. I never actually got the dog lead back. I'm not sure where it went, but that was okay. I carried my dog home from the woods, and he was happy with that. But thank you very much for your communication. It's been really nice meeting you.
Yes. And notice in which you your smile, in a sense, came on when you knew that that being was playing games with you, was having fun with you. And
Yes,
that dog lead, our dearest one, did not, in a sense, disappear. That dog lead itself is on another vibrational dimension that
yes,
you can tap into to retrieve it back to this 3D world you call Earth and home.
yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Susan has a question. Go ahead, Susan.
Hello, hello, and thank you for coming today. So back in May, I started speaking light language from the mantis beings, and then I started channeling them, and I found out that Wendy and I both have lifetimes within the mantis race, and I'm wondering if my mantis family or if you have a message for us or for me specifically, but that about my lifetime with them or lifetimes. Any additional information that can be shared to just help expand my understanding.
Do you see our smile?
Yes.
You are family, our dearest one. And yes, there are many lifetimes that will take a lot longer than this session here that we have with us, but we will focus on one specific lifetime that is relevant for this reality that you are in, for this timeline that you are in. One of which you were a caretaker of the pods. You took care of the young mantises before they were born. You were, we will say, from the human terms, an energy healer, an energy integrator, that you sat around the mantis pods and you prayed, for the lack of a better word. You prayed and you sent energies for each and every one of them to awaken as they hatch. Is that making sense?
Yes. Yeah. I feel resonation with that.
Yes. The caretaking aspect is part of your blueprint on this planet. But do not forget to self-care as well. You are the ultimate pod, in a sense. You are the ultimate infant that you are nurturing throughout those journeys.
Thank you.
And
My second question kind of relates to that. So I'm going through a skin flare-up all over my face. It's like an eczema. I've had eczema since I was a child, and this is more contact dermatitis. Like I came into contact with something that triggered this flare-up. And I'm just wondering, I kind of feel like I'm purging some toxins. I've been called to try some natural remedies to heal my gut biome to because the skin, the condition of the skin is connected to your gut health. And so I feel like I'm both purging, but also changing how my diet, changing how I take care of myself, being a caretaker of myself. And I'm just wondering if you have any information, any guidance as far as this journey I'm on, dealing with this physical condition, or if it's just a matter of me releasing um the kind of the old way of doing things and moving into the new, like taking better care of myself. And I know others are going through different physical things right now with all the energies coming into the planet. But yeah, any guidance to help me, I guess, further understand what I'm going through right now.
Yes, you have essentially answered the majority of your questions from the human lens in words. But allow us to integrate everything that you have said. And we will pose one question for you. How do you feel about having the idea of eczema or even this experience of contact dermatitis? How do you feel about living with it as one?
Yeah, I've been trying to just accept what is, go with the flow. Um, see what comes in for me intuitively for what I'm going through. But yeah, I try in general to not have any resistance to what shows up for me and try to learn from learn from it, to understand it, whatever experience comes into my life. So
Yes.
so that's how I've been trying to approach it, is just yeah, just
Yes.
send love to my body elemental for what it's going through.
And are you doing that from the conceptual idea of actions? Or are you truly being the frequency and vibration of what is already you? The idea of contact dermatitis, the idea of eczema or any other ailment is not something happening to you. It is part of you and happening through you as part of your beingness. It is not a punishment. It is not a cause and effect in a sense. It is simply an aspect of the infinite that allows you to be and feel the vibration and frequency with unconditional love to what is occurring. And that's where humanity is learning to shift their vibration and frequency in a sense through the idea of actions that are well known to be loving and being and understanding what that means through the idea of vibration and frequency. Because you are that eczema. You are that contact dermatitis. Those are also intelligences. They are conscious aspects of the all, yes?
Yes.
So embrace them fully, the same way that you embrace those pods, our dearest ones. When you were we will say, praying mantis caretaker. And listen to what they are attempting to tell you. Listen in dialogue fully as part of you, as an aspect of you that is attempting to emerge from the darkness, to show itself into the light, to deliver a message that you precisely are seeking. From that knowingness, you will integrate and not release, as there is never a release or separation. Integrate back what is already part of you with unconditional love. And that, we will say, will dissipate. It will become part of you. Because there is, deep down those layers, resistance, our dearest one.
Wow, that's an amazing message. Thank you for your perspective on that. I will definitely follow your guidance. So thank you and
Yes,
much love to you.
yes. And for humanity, we will share the following message. That what you see as your body, the hands, the fingers, the nails, the nose, the mouth, the hair, the ears, your heart, the organs, the feet, your torso, everything. Remember, you may see yourself as an identity, a one being, a human, a man or a woman, or anything in between. But within that consciousness contains trillions of cells that are also conscious of themselves as individual beings. So you are a walking, multi-dimensional beings experiencing yourself through the illusion of separation and forgetfulness as one being. So when these flare-ups or any ailments occur, that is another aspect in a being within you, another consciousness already aware of itself as separate than this body in a way, but yet as part of the body attempting to communicate to you. It is all about information and data being shared back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, as each consciousness awakens. Is that clear?
Yes. So thank you so much. I'll let you go on to the next question, but
Yes.
much blessings to you.
Thank you so much. Michael has a question. Go ahead, Michael.
Greetings. For me or anyone listening, when manifesting, when I say manifesting, I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be nothing. I just want to be able to make ends meet and stuff like that. Just have what I need and things. And I've been so afraid of what could happen. How is a good way to manifest just what you need?
Yes. You realize as a creator, meaning yourself, by saying, I am attempting to manifest, that already tells you that you do not believe you can manifest, yes?
Yes.
Because shall you be aware that you are the creator, the idea, the desire, the need to manifest would not exist to begin with. And what you need to realize, in a sense, and be aware of for your own clarity and re-empowerment, that the reality that you are experiencing, you are manifesting. That even what you do not desire is being manifested somehow within your lens. You are seeing it as I am not manifesting what I do not desire. Fall fully and surrender into what we just told you. That shall you have the ability and awareness and consciousness to manifest what you do not desire, tells you already that you are able, capable, and have the ability to remember that you can manifest and be any vibration and frequency of your conscious choosing. Oftentimes on your planet, through this density, through the idea of forgetting who you are, the idea of choosing consciously to experience polarity, contrast, and differences, you have built-in belief systems that says, I am a manifester and I am a creator, but yet, if I manifest money, I'm evil. If I manifest money, I'm greedy. If I manifest the items or the desires that I need, then someone else may be getting less. So go deep, we will say, into your childhood. Go deep into the shadows that are you, that have those belief systems, we will say, of the idea of lack, that contradicts what your other creatorship and desires want to have. Is that clear?
Yes.
Because in reality, you do not need to manifest anything. Everything is already within your field, within your knowingness, within your intelligent consciousness. But you are unconscious of those belief systems, we will say, that are running in the background, that are contradicting what you consciously are desiring. And it is easier than you can imagine, our dearest one, to dig up those belief systems. Because with every experience that you have that is of lack is literally a key, literally a key that will help you unlock what you are originally desiring, to remember that you are the creator of all. That those mirrors that are reflecting back to you through the experience of lack contain the information that will liberate you from that experience. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, and notice your feelings. Notice the triggers. Listen with your heart. And also, the other, we will say, frequency and vibration beyond the intellect, beyond the concepts, beyond the words, beyond the parroting like a parrot, is to begin to understand and have unconditional love to the experience of lack. That the resistance to not wanting to face that I am also lack, the resistance to that fuels and continues the perpetuation of such a reality. Because all is lack is attempting to do is to let you know that it is part of you. It is you. The more you shun it, the more you shut the door in front of it, the more you deny it, the more it's going to knock on that door and say, as we've said before, knock, knock, knock. Who's there? I'm lack. Nope, I'm not opening the door. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? I'm lack. Nope, I'm not opening the door. Until you open that door and fall into lack with unconditional love as part of you, as creation, as the infinite, is the moment where you integrate the illusion of what lack is, because it is an experience and illusion to begin with, integrated as part of your being, reconstructing yourself as whole again to remember that you are the creator. Is that clear?
Yes.
Was that helpful?
Yes. And I've been going through a lot. And here in the last week, I have felt more love from people that it's just, I can't, this can't, and then it's helped raise my vibration as of today. And I just, one more question, and I'll just let somebody else. Do you have any?
Before you ask that question, and
Mhm.
we will give you the space to ask that question, we will tell you, regardless of the love that you are receiving from others, the most important and vital love, our dearest one, is the one that you give to thyself.
Yes.
Your self-love, your value, your worthiness is what matters. And you consciously giving that to yourself. You are loved by the many. There is no question about that. And that is being reflected back to you, as you said, by your community. But that love that you are receiving is leading you back to your own heart to begin to love yourself the same way others love you. And in terms of the idea of money, our dearest one, begin to have a relationship with it. The same way in which your humanity has a wife, has a husband, has a boyfriend, has a girlfriend, has a partner. You wake up in the morning, good morning, honey. What would you like for breakfast? Have a wonderful day. They come back home. You greet them. You give them a hug. You have intimacy with them. You give them water. You feed them. You shelter them. Have that same relationship with money, our dearest one. Because the idea of money to begin with, to the illusion of separation, that dollar bill, that $100 bill, that $20 bill, that dense object is energy, is a being, our dearest one. The same way that you see us or comprehend us as the praying mantis beings, there is the idea of money being a being. So begin having a romantic relationship with such a being, our dearest one. Invite it in, dialogue with it, speak to it. How are you feeling today? What can I provide you with today? When money comes, thank it, give it a hug, show it gratitude and unconditional love. And when you pay money, when you pay with money, also give gratitude, give unconditional love, give recognition to such a being, as that being is flowing in and out of you, attempting to show you the many aspects of who you are. It is not an object to, in a sense, create. It is a frequency of energy that is part of you. Is that clear?
Yes. And I guess thank you for taking a long time with me, and I'll just pass the mic. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Our dearest one, you are of worth. You are worthy to have the infinite time that exists for you. What seems to be you have taken time away from others are keys that you have given to others, our dearest one. Know that fully. What you uttered shows you is communication and data back to you in each and every one of you. Whenever you say, I have taken time away from you, that is a fallacy. By you being present into who you are, by you posing the questions that you desire, by you giving a stand for yourself allows you to be present with yourself, giving all the worth that you deserve and desire. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
Was there another question you wanted to pose, our dearest one?
No, I want someone else to have a question. But
Yes.
thank you so much. I send you love, light, healing, and blessing.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And just know that once we go through all the questions, if people have more questions, of course, ask again so that, if you have more questions, because I know you didn't ask your second question, Michael, but so we can come back to you. And if you have another question, please feel free to ask. Wendy, she put an A, not a Q, so I was confused. Go ahead, Angie. Wendy, sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of fat finger those alphabets all the time. A letter's a letter, right? um, so greetings. I would love to know more about my mantis relationship. I know that they had been coming to me, and Toni and I, the channel and I had a conversation about it for a little bit, but wanted to know more about its current relationship in this lifetime, and also my relationship to the stargates, because I've seen them and I've seen myself working on them and with data related to them. So anything that you can share with me about that, I would love to know. Thank you.
Do you see our smile?
Yes, I do.
Because you already know the data that you are working with. The image that we have shown the channel as you begin to utter your vibration and frequency, as you have began to speak, we will say, regardless of the question, is of a stream of light. This, we will say, this tubular stream of light that is emanating from the heavens onto earth, specifically within your beingness. The idea of light, frequency, vibration, language, intelligence is your, we will say, blueprint. And no wonder that you have already noticed the idea of stargates, as the idea of stargates are conscious intelligences, data gathering together, opening up, we will say, other realities, frequencies, possibilities, probabilities of creation. Is that clear?
Yes, I understand that.
Yes. You were, we will say, the architect of one of the stargates. You consciously, we will say, through the praying mantis aspect of your version, decided to open up a new stargate of your choosing. And soon enough, you will get there, our dearest one. And when you stand, we will say, in front of such a stargate, when you will experience the frequency of such a stargate, you will literally melt one with it. As you will realize in that moment, what you thought you were creating as a stargate was already you. You are the stargate that you have been searching for. Is that clear?
Wow, I just love those the realizations that come forward when it's brought in a different understanding than what my consciousness thinks about in my 3D self.
Yes, because remember, each and every one of you already knows, each and every one of you already remembers, but you remember from the lens in which you think worlds exist. You know your world, you know this earth, you know this three-dimensional reality, you know the probabilities, possibilities, imaginations, etc., etc. There is a tiny, tiny, we will say, aspect of the infinite. And this is where your surrender comes in. To let go of what you already know, what exists out there, and allow that intelligence that is already you to show you and teach you what your mind that is already has its own constructs of what all looks like. You allow that intelligence, that consciousness to show you what you cannot see within this limited idea of being. Is that clear?
Yes, very much. That's fabulous.
Yes.
I was connecting with the being earlier. I This happens a lot when I'm out on the water. I'm in Lake Michigan and or on Lake Michigan in a boat. And I had heard the name Clementine come to me, and I was like, okay, is that somebody a consciousness that has possibly passed in the water, or it's just a consciousness of maybe another boat that I've just seemed to have connected with. I don't know of any that are named that in my doc, but anyway, it was a curiosity.
Again, you keep answering your questions, our dearest one. And we fully comprehend that the way in which you decipher that information is through the current architecture and lens that you have of separation, forgetfulness, and polarity. The idea of Clementine, you already hinted and alluded at, as being another boat, traversing, traveling into other dimensions. Are you getting the hint?
Yes, I am the boat Clementine in the dimensional travel of consciousness.
Yes.
How fun.
But also leading you to another portal, another gateway, our dearest one, another stargate. So
Wow.
fall into the vibration and frequency of what Clementine sounds like, and play around with the idea of sound. Many of you forget, although many of the beings that you connect with always talk about sound. Play around with the idea of Clementine. Play around with the sound vibrations of what that is and see where your consciousness takes you.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I do find that I play with sound a lot in that manner. So, and I'm always, even when I'm channeling, talking about connecting in with light and with sound frequencies, so that the energy isn't necessarily the voice, but sometimes it's just the presence. That makes sense to those listening.
Yes. But
Thank
also, your intention in which you are connecting with words will allow you, will take you, will traverse you to other dimensions. Should you have the clear intention to use the word Clementine that came out of nowhere, you already know it came from within you.
Yes.
The intention of wanting to connect to that word Clementine that seemingly appeared out of thin air, the intention to connect with it energetically through the idea of sound will open up many doorways for you to begin to trust your intuition to all the messages and images and feelings and experiences that you will receive that are direct connections to those lifetimes that you are seeking, attempting to understand, attempting to connect with.
Beautiful.
Again, each and every one of you are creators, our dearest one. Begin creating. Many of you fall into the old, antiquated way of imitating others. You see other channels, you see other spiritual healers, and you're attempting to do what they are doing. But you are a creator. Create and invent and experience any modality that you desire. You are a creator. Are you listening to what we are saying?
Yes, strong message received.
Yes, and this is for every one of you, our dearest ones. That even though the word creatorship has been mentioned a billion times in the spirituality communities, you still don't comprehend what you are saying. Because if you do, you would be creating precisely what you desire. And that's where our essence comes in. We are here to push you, to jolt you out of the old paradigm that keeps you stuck in the concept, the conceptual idea of words, and allows you the opportunity to begin connecting with energies beyond concepts, but through beingness, through the surrender, through being in the unknown, through experiencing the void where nothing seems to exist, yet once you surrender, everything is there. A new paradigm of intelligence that is already built in within your system, that you are unconscious that it's there. We are simply bringing consciousness to those aspects of you, each and every one of you, our dearest ones. And remember, every time you co-create a reality and a conscious experience with another being, let's say you are standing in front of a plant today and you have a moment where you become conscious of something, that consciousness that awoke within your field allows also that plant to awaken with you. That's how each and every one of you are valuable. And it is because through your interconnectedness with everything that you becoming conscious allows access and the many keys for others to have when they are ready to become conscious of. We love you unconditionally.
I feel that love. My heart is full. Thank you so much. Blessings to you today.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We have a question from Yana. Go ahead, Yana.
Hello, and blessings to you. I'm so thankful for you being here and answering the questions and connecting with us. I have a question about I'm in the middle of a new shift. I'm entering into the later stage of life, and my work and mission has been about stargates and channeling and connecting in the 3D, but also in the astral, working on the stargates. I recently, a few days ago, took the decision to stop my practice and not working physically with the clients again in the 3D. But I am curious if my work on the astral plane is still going on with the stargates. Can you feel into that for me, please?
We smile again, our dearest one. We will pose that question back to you, only
Yes.
because we would like you to feel confident of your connection and
Yes.
trust the flow of data that is living within you. What do you think is happening on the other side?
I think the astral work I'm doing with the stargates and in also connecting to the open contact is even more increasing right now.
Yes. Let's dive into the idea of open contact. What do you mean by that?
Open contact is keeping the stargates open for bringing in information and physical travel for those who want to connect to Earth once the acceptance of open contact here on Earth is more a two-way street.
Yes. And who are or what are those stargates?
The system I work with that I puzzle together from my knowing is that's mainly the stargates that are connecting to the big stargate in Orion. That's the big natural stargate connecting to the other galaxies.
Yes. Thank you for explaining all of that, because we are here to jolt you out of your reality of separation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Because you are, each and every one of you have chosen as creators, and listen to every word that we are saying. You, as creators, have chosen to experience a life of separation.
Mm.
You experience the idea of stargates as being separate than you. That distance in time that is being created is by your creation, simply allowing you the experience to precisely experience what you described. That you are working with these stargates in the area of Orion, etc., all of it. But don't forget, our dearest one, that the stargate that is creating every other stargate, every other reality, every other dimension, every other possibility is you.
Mm.
So as you consciously work with such stargates that seem to be separate, always bring it back to thyself. Have the conscious awareness to what I am working with that seems to be separate from me and away in another timeline, dimension, etc., is really an aspect of me that I'm simply experiencing through the idea of separation.
Mm.
So go deeper into thyself and comprehend fully that your intelligence, your creatorship that is within you is what is allowing you to have those experiences of whom you call stargates. Because in reality, we will say in focus, you have chosen to come here in this density to experience what seems to be out there within you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Thank you. That's this is confirming what I feel, that in this life I'm also a space holder and anchor for that energy to get into the third dimensional frequency that is necessary.
Yes. And allow us to touch quickly on the idea of contact. Many of you, again, through the lens of separation, are expecting expectations. That is another topic we can dive into one day. Expecting those beings to come to Earth and say hello to you through the idea of stargates or any multitude ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to us when we say that no contact will be made until your heart is filled with the vibration and frequency of unconditional love and integration.
Yeah.
The idea of contact, you are reverse engineering in a sense. It begins with you. When you live a life in the vibration of unconditional love, when you are being unconditionally loving to thyself and as many as you can to others, is the signal through your sound, through your vibration, through your words, through your heartbeat that reverberates within the fabric of the universe, because you are never disconnected, our dearest one, to let other beings, other intelligences that are already conscious of integration and unconditional love, that you are ready to meet them. Again, each and every one of you are the stargates, are the creators. Once you realize and become conscious of your unconditionality of love that resides within you, will be the strongest signal that will ever emanate throughout the fabric of the many universes that screams out, we are ready to meet you.
Thank you for that. I have another question that I'm just curious about, because I haven't had astral encounters with the mantis being, but is this part of my my soul family remembrance as well?
Are you asking us if you connect with the
Yes,
mantis beings?
yes.
Yes, but you already know that answer.
Yeah, I had lives as mantis. Okay.
Yes. But remember, our dearest ones, when you begin to pose such a question, and we go back to jolting you out of the idea of concepts, when humanity comprehends and understands and tells us, I understand that I'm an infinite being, do you comprehend that you are an infinite being?
Yes. So in that sense, I am, of course, everything, and
Indeed.
everything is connected to me. But I have specific memories of being in a ship and seeing mantis beings around me,
Yes.
and I thought, are these vivid dreams or are these memories of me being part of that civilization at that time? One of the men.
Wow. Thank you for posing such a question. What are memories? What are vivid dreams?
Hmm.
From your lens of separation, they are something else that is occurring out there. We are here to tell you, idea of memories is also another being, experiencing itself through the vibration and frequency and the specific sacred geometry that makes it what it is. Even the idea of dreams is another being, another aspect of you that is living itself as the collection and the compilation of all those energies together. See, this is how you fall into the old paradigm of saying what you say, but you aren't comprehending, you aren't being conscious of what you are saying. Because should you fully comprehend that you are an infinite being, have lived and are living infinite lives, infinite shades, infinite of every concept you can imagine, dreams is a being and is one of them. Memories are another being. So when these, what seems to be memories, come to you, that is direct connection, a direct dialogue. That is contact in a way.
Yeah. Yes.
Stretch your imagination into whom you are beyond the physical. Stretch your imagination into what is out there that you already have predefined to be, that is limiting you from experiencing the more. That's where surrender comes in. That's where not knowing who you are, what you are, comes in. The full surrender into you are the unknown, continuously seeking for more of the known. And because of your infinite nature, that will always continue. There will never be a point where you fully know yourself because infinity keeps on going. Different shades of experiences keeps on going. Was that helpful?
It was helpful, and it definitely sets me on a course of allowing my heart to bring the information and not my curiosity of the mind.
Yes. And trust your intuition.
Yes.
Trust your imagination. Create based on that imagination. Create a path for yourself that speaks to your vibration and frequency, to your blueprint, because it is designed for you to do so. No one else within the infinite can ever speak your voice, your vibration, your history, your story, except you. And Source itself cannot know who you are until you fully receive yourself as who you are. And when you do, you gift it expansion through your own consciousness.
Yes. Thank you for now. I have more questions, but I will let Alice go first, and then I'll jump in the line again. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Adriana, please, has a question. Go ahead, Adriana.
Oh, I just gave my turn to someone else, but I'm here, so I'll roll
Well,
with it.
everyone else is gone, so you're the next one.
Oh, okay. Oh, lucky. Okay. Thank you for coming, lovely people, lovely beings. I've enjoyed listening to your answers about the roles other people have played in your society, because I know so little about your society. The question I have is, during the same channeling that Wendy and Susan were part of, I was given the image of a mantis being with a big smile and a rainbow overhead. and told that I had had a past life in within the Mantis Collective, and I was curious to learn more.
Did you hear that?
Beautiful silence. That's what I heard. Peace.
You noticed.
Mhm.
Thank you for allowing yourself to discern fully our question. It was the silence that we were hoping you notice. Within your field, within this specific focus and memory of remembrance, of whom you call praying mantis beings, the idea of silence is key for you. And when you fully fall and surrender into what silence is, the surprising part will become that you will receive more messages than ever before. Because when everything shuts down, in a sense, everything goes to sleep, the ones that need to be heard, you will hear. Those beings, the aspect of the mantis beings that you are speaking of, specifically vibrate on a buzzing action, similar to the idea of bees on your planet. Zzz. There is a buzzing vibration within their field that you will begin to hear, not necessarily with your ear, but with your energetic body. And being playful and like a child is also their other vibration and frequency. Would you like us to go deeper into a lifetime there?
Yes, please.
Should you have the ability to close your eyes, go ahead and do so
Mhm.
and fall into your heart. Oceanic traveler you are. Many of you think of the praying mantis beings living similarly to what the praying mantis insects are on your planet. We go back to the idea of the infinite. There are infinite shades and versions of whom you call insectoid beings that actually are water beings as well. That specific faction, we will say, of those beings are able to travel through wormholes and openings within oceans of many planets. They enter, in a sense, or they exist on one planetary body. Within their oceans, they open up, we will say, a stargate, to make it simple for your minds to imagine, within the body of water, and they are able to exit or enter another world to where they are able to, as travelers, to conduct research. Being a researcher is within your blood. That curiosity is within your field that drives you into the infinite, to continuously meeting and connecting with other consciousnesses, and also evaluate and, as a scientist, have data and graphs, we will say, to see where the interconnection is between the planetary body itself and the consciousness of such a planetary body and its habitants, in conjunction, in relation to, we will say, astrological. But the astrology that your humanity knows is a small, tiny part of the bigger astrological map, the fabric, in a sense, that interconnects many dimensions and many timelines. Are you comprehending what we are saying?
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
How has your interest been with the idea of astrology?
I find it interesting, but it's not something I've deeply pursued.
Yes. No coincidence. Because your field already knows of a bigger astrological connection. That this little piece, in a sense, isn't making sense for you right now. That is okay. Do not be surprised that all of a sudden the desire to learn more about the idea of astrology and trusting your intuition on how what is already known about astrology interconnects with other dimensions. Trust what is coming through for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting perspective on astrology.
Yes, because you are going to begin to build a new way of understanding astrology from a more expanded, interconnected into other dimensions.
That makes sense because I love to listen to the Song of the Stars.
You see our smile? Again, each and every one of you already knows within your heart. In your own consciousness, the universe communicates to you in many ways. Are there any other questions that we can help assist with specifically for you, our dearest one?
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, I have some questions from the YouTube chat I'd like to go through with you, if I may.
Yes.
Okay, the first one is from Mr. M. He says, or she says, I guess it's Mr., so it would be definitely male. How did they, being you, the mantis beings, choose Toni? What was that, a pre-life contract? How can others volunteer to do something like this?
For the sake of ease, we will say that it was a contract. We, the praying mantis vibration and frequency, have been around this child ever since he was born. At his grandmother's home in Lebanon, we were around him as the insectoid beings, the insects that you see. A memory that he's forgotten completely until he awoke again at the age of 41. And the past life regression that he had gave him, in a sense, an awakened memory within his field to know that connection. Now, each and every one of you, our dearest one, has a focus. And as your life evolves, as your consciousness stretches on your path, regardless of how you may expect and limit it to go, meaning oftentimes humanity may predefine their path in a certain way. What you do not realize, the more you become conscious of who you are, the more that what was once a path for you has already shifted. And you get to choose which, in a sense, beings you desire to connect with. But that doesn't begin simply from the intention of choosing to connect with certain beings. It truly has to do with going inside of who you are and beginning to unravel and unlock who you thought you were. Having an ego dissolution is part of it. Having a deconstruction of who you are as a male or a female or a name, or you were born here and there and a human, it begins there with having the intention and the desire to stretch the bounds of what your identity already is. And as you stretch it, the vibration frequency and resonance, we will say, will begin to send you options for you to choose from. Is that clear?
Thank you for that. Did you want to expand on that further?
Yes.
Or...
Yes.
Okay, please continue.
Because keep in mind, as you begin to have the intention to stretch yourself, you first are going to have a realization that yes, I am a human. Yes, I am this being, this identity. But also I am other things. But who are those other things? As you stretch your world and your circumference, we will say, for the sake of ease, as your circumference of your field expands, what is actually expanding is your memory and remembrance, and literally the vibration and frequency, your light codes. So as these fire up, becoming conscious of whom they are, because they were once dormant, they will send activation signals to other beings, other intelligences that exist within the universe. So trust what is coming through as you expand, because oftentimes you fall into the prison of watching others. The channel connects with the mantis and many other beings. There are many other spiritual leaders that have their own connection with their own beings that may seem to have arms and a head, and they seem humanoid-ish in a way, or whatever the form is of those beings. The key there is for you to begin trusting what is coming through to you, because you may not begin to connect with a being how your mind's already constructing a being is. You may begin to connect with certain intelligences that humanity doesn't know of yet. And this is where you become the key that will allow the treasures unfound by anyone yet to be found by you and to give examples for others. So trust your intuition and trust your imagination, because imagination isn't the idea of imagination that you think of. Imagination is literally contact with other intelligences, and they are feeding you the images and the experiences that you think you are imagining. We will stop there for that question.
Thank you very much. There's a question from Suzanne. She says, thank you for coming. These other mantis beings, were they part, and she's referring to something you spoke in the very beginning. She says, these other mantis beings, were they part of the gray hybrid agenda or some other mantis group? What is your group's main agenda?
Yes, our vibration and frequency is not the vibration and frequency of the praying mantis beings that many of you see with the gray aliens. Many of you have heard stories of the hybridization program where the gray aliens are working with human genome and DNA to allow their species to expand. Oftentimes, praying mantis energies, we will say, physical beings, are there as overseers. And they are there as overseers because they connect with us in a way, and other species of praying mantises, because they have already within their field the unconditional love, the neutrality for all, the honoring for each other's path. They are not there to disturb the sequence of events. They are there simply to observe and send out, we will say, the vibration and frequency of unconditional love and neutrality. We are different than those, we will say, mantis beings that are often seen and experienced with the hybridization program. As we said, we are non-physical, we are of light, we are intelligence, we are, in a sense, the fabric of our own universe. We have the ability to think as one individual, we will say, being, for the sake of ease, and we have the ability to think as a collection of souls, all also thinking of as one. The same way that your internet on your planet, you are able to comprehend it, has so much data, so much information, and it's somehow, somewhere in the ether. We are like that in a way. But we do vibrate consciously, by choice, the unconditionality of love for all and for ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I have one more question from the chat. It's from the UFO guy. He says, how does a person generally tell that he or she possesses a connection to you, mantis beings? What sort of synchronicities to look for, etc., and how to grow that connection further?
For the UFO guy, interesting that he names himself as UFO guy. As even with such a naming, he doesn't realize what he has done. He has already, in a sense, claimed and became conscious of that he has an unidentified flying object. By naming himself, that already awakened many parts of him that were dormant. And it's simply his intuition, his trust of what he is receiving to fully know that he is. Oftentimes, the praying mantis beings show up at your doorstep, on your screens, on your tires of your cars, in very clear ways. They show up as the praying mantis insects. That's one way. Another way you may begin to see the word praying or mantis. But beyond those physical attributes, those mirrors, the most we will say effective mirror is the mirror of your own heart, of your own discernment and intuition, of your own imagination. Trust fully what you are receiving. And the moment where you doubt yourself, that moment is that moment that you need to trust. And the fact that the UFO guy named or asked such a question, his field already knows that it is and connects. Again, back to the idea of intention and declaration. Should you desire to connect with us or any conscious intelligence, you name praying mantis. Spell out that desire. Speak it out to the world, to yourself, to the fabric of creation itself. But when you ask for communication, what many of you unconsciously do is you do not listen to the communication back. Oftentimes you are predefining what communication looks like and you are trapping yourself into a little
Tired of
box.
fighting with clients.
You are trapping yourself into what communication looks like instead of allowing your heart to decipher the many pieces of communication that you are receiving from the beings whom you already asked to connect with. Because by the sheer fact you desire to connect with them, they already received your call. Why? Because you are vibration and frequency. Even thinking of it is already a call to them. Is that clear?
I believe that's clear, and I would like to add Rebecca's question to this mix because it's very similar.
Yes.
And I feel like you can expound and answer both at once, if that's okay for you.
Yes.
Oh, she retracted her message just because I think it was such a close question. But basically, she said she had dreamed of friendly mantis beings, if I remember the question. And she wanted to know if you were able to tell her to whom she had spoken. But that was sort of her question as well.
Yes. The mantis being that she has connected with is of color, vibration, and frequency. That the way in which she interacted with him unconsciously to her mind, because her mind needed to consciously construct an image of what that looks like, the being that she has connected with is of energy, of multicolors, even colors your humanity is unable to conceive and see of, and this is the way in which that specific being communicates. The hues of energy of the colors as they merge in and out is the way in which those beings communicate. So pay attention to the idea of color frequencies on this planet within your surrounding, our dearest one. And those beings are ready to come back and dialogue with you further.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to go back to our room. Michael, did you want to continue with your other question? Because we have some time and we have about 10 minutes left for channeling.
Yes, just if there's a message from Archangel Michael to me, and that's it.
How do you connect with the idea of Archangel Michael?
I just feel that we're extremely close. I've always felt that out of all the archangels. I just feel like we've had past experiences together. I just know that he's the closest one to me.
Yes, but in your mind, in your imagination, when you speak to that being, how does it appear to you? How do you imagine it looks like to you?
A slight blue tint in his wings, and a very beautiful sword that is not just for physical, but for getting rid of negative energy and stuff like,
Yes.
I used to get channeling, but that I'm having problems with channeling now. But
Say that one more time.
I used to could channel him,
Yes.
but that's been over a year ago. I've kind of just just lost the touch, I guess.
Yes, nothing is ever lost, our dearest one. It is all emanating through you and is being designed and created by you through your energy. There is simply relevancy at times, and at times it is not relevant for you to channel. But the reason in which we pose the question about how Archangel Michael connects with you, how you perceive that being, is we would like to stretch your imagination and to begin using the idea of sacred geometry to connect with him. You may have heard of the symbol sacred geometry called Metatron, yes?
Yes, I have that tattoo on my left knee.
Again?
I have Metatron cube on my sacred geometry on my left knee.
What a coincidence, our dearest one. You get our joke, right?
Yes.
Yes. Begin to connect with the idea of Archangel through the sacred geometry that your physical body and consciousness already knows, hence why the tattoo is there. As you dialogue with him, allow your hand, and it is not about drawing a perfect sacred geometry. It is simply allowing your hand, and you're welcome to stencil it should you feel called to do so. Allow your hand to feel and be with every microsecond of such a drawing, that with each angle that you turn, may it be left, right, up, down, diagonal, with every angle, you are literally reconstructing neurons within your field, your energetic field, to allow you a clearer connection with such a being. And by doing so, by consciously sitting down and devoting the time to connect with whom you call the Archangel from this way, allows you to stretch the way in which you communicate with him.
Okay. Yes.
Because as you do so, memory cells within you will begin to remember themselves as the sacred geometrical structure of light that you are. And you will have assisted your mind of also stretching itself to begin seeing the idea of Archangel Michael, not necessarily with the wing and the sword, but now you also see it as that sacred geometry. And then the more and more you continue with such a connection, you will begin to resonate and feel the resonance of such a frequency in which that will translate in every other being that will be in front of you. You may be by a river and you may place your hand into the river and you will begin to see, not with your eyes, but with your heart, that the idea of Archangel Michael is also there. He is present everywhere. And why? Because he is, that consciousness and intelligence is within you and courses through your veins. And everything that you see outside of you through the lens of limitation is simply a projection. Is that clear?
Yes.
Begin to identify yourself as Archangel Michael. You are the being that you are referring to.
I used to, not anyone on this webinar, but I used to have a guy that I was on his webinar, and he would say that meant that he and I both work together because he's a newer archangel. You know, compared to Earth, we think that he's for, you know, but that I helped him. So yes, I do feel like there's no coincidence. My name was Michael, named after him, and so yes, I've always felt connected.
Yes, and that feeling that many of you say, I've always felt, I've always had this intuition, there's also doubt built in within it. And we are here attempting to stretch your belief system into knowing fully that you are that being. You have even named yourself Michael to remind yourself, but yet you doubt. You have placed a tattoo of the sacred geometrical structure of Metatron, which is of the vibration of Saint Michael in a sense, Archangel Michael, and you still doubt. And we are here to tell you that that being is you with every sense of the word. Receive, our dearest one, your worth and value, and begin to shine, begin to vibrate on the frequency and vibration of who you truly are, beyond forgetting who you are.
And does that mean everybody is or
Indeed,
connected?
indeed, each and every one of you are everything. You are the infinite. But what is relevant for you in this lifetime may be different than the next person. The theme of exploration that each and every one of you desires, in a sense, to explore will be different from each and every one of you. But if you comprehend fully what the infinite is on another dimension, in another reality, that other side of the cone is also being played. So even though you may have a very strong connection and a desire to be Archangel Michael in this lifetime, there's another version of you that isn't playing out that role, isn't focusing on that theme. And so on and so on and so on into the land of the infinite. All the shades, all the probabilities, all the possibilities of everything you can ever exist. Imagine.
C70s, 80s, and 90s. I got one of each. We're going to try.
And can he send me a little bit of healing to my left hip? I've had some healing, and just for my left hip.
Our dearest one, you are that being. Speak to your body as one. Speak to that being as one. The idea of separation, something else, someone else, some energy sending you healing, is of forgetfulness. Remember that you are the healed state. And perhaps the reason that you are going through such a pain is to remind you of what we precisely just told you. To jolt you into your own belief system that you are that healed state. You are that angel that you speak of. You are what you desire. It is all happening within your field. You have the ability and the power to restructure your molecules, to speak to your molecules, to align them in a way that fits your need. And you also have the power to speak to that pain and unconditionally love it as part of you and be grateful for what it has taught you and reminded you. It is giving you the opportunity to heal yourself, to prove yourself that you are the saint, the angel, the God, the divine, the healing state that you have always desired. Are you beginning to see how everything is leading towards thyself?
Yes.
And perhaps in the past you have attempted to heal yourself, but through the parroting, like a parrot, We are helping you dive deeper into fully knowing that you are all. Empower yourself by remembering who you are. Everything that occurs in your life, and this is for each and every one of you, everything that is happening in your life, everything is data and communication literally designed to lead you back to your own power of self. To remember. When you begin seeing what seems to be outside of you and on the exterior through the idea of time and distance, when you begin to see everything that is from the outside as a map and a roadway to lead you inside, and when you connect with it and dialogue with it with unconditional love, with reverence, with honor, with gratitude, you begin to integrate what seems to be outside of you as pain to become part of you as energy. Because even the idea of pain, the idea of healing, all of those are simply ideas. There is no healing to begin with. There is no brokenness to begin with. Those are just labels and facets and shades of one energy. God, creation, divinity. There's only one energy in all of creation within the infinite. One flame, to make it easy for you to imagine, one flame of creation, one vibration, one frequency that will never change. What does change is the labeling of such a creation. So when you place a label on top of the flame you call pain, you experience the idea of that illusion. But under that illusion is the power of creation itself, that has no pain, that has no joy, that has nothing. It is unknown even to its own self. It is simply the generator of all. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Begin to see each and every one of you as that flame of the divine. And appreciate, value, be consciously worthy of everything that has occurred into your life up to this point. Because that noticing, that becoming conscious of what you once defined as separate, as away from you, as something you shunned, you buried, are parts, the parts that you are attempting through the idea of desire to reconstruct, to begin to remember who you are as a creator. Feel the silence, our dearest ones. The vibration and frequency of the void of creation, where nothing exists, but yet everything resides within. Begin to become and be the frequency of what you say you are. Every word that you utter, become conscious of being that frequency. Become conscious that that frequency is me in another form. Your neighbor next door is you in another form. The dog that you see on the street is you in another form. The moon that you see is you on another form. The galaxy in totality at night, as beautiful as it is you in another form. The answer that you seek, the purpose that you seek, the God that you seek is you in another form.
Yeah. Amen. Yes.
Yes. Tears of joy, rivers, tears rivers of tears, of remembrance. Your planet remembers as you remember. Other beings remember as you remember. Other versions of you remember as you remember. You are always loved, our dearest ones. You are always held with the most gentle, gentle embrace. And you are always honored for anything that you choose. Judgment doesn't exist within the fabric of creation.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope this has helped someone else on YouTube or someone who's watched and listened to this. But I send you love, light, healing, and blessings. And thank you so much. Bless.
Yes. Remember each of your voices as you ask questions. Each of your voices, even on your own, by yourself, as you ask questions to God, reverberates within the intelligence of all creation and allows the keys, the many keys for each and every one of us to have to begin to unlock ourselves into ourselves. Nothing's ever wasted. Nothing's ever of no importance. Everything is of value. And when you become conscious of that, you begin to see and feel and experience your own impact, not only within your physical body, within your energy essence, within your world, but within all realities. Because it is all being generated by you to begin with. Go out there and be the love that you are. Embody the frequency of unconditional love to everything that you are. To everything that you are. Give gratitude to your whole story. Every microsecond of your existence, every breath that you have taken, every heartbeat that you are having and have had and will continue to have is give it gratitude. Fully realizing that even though I may not remember the reason and the purpose, I know it is of value because I am frequency, I am vibration, I am continuously tethered to the fabric of the infinite. You are one to begin with. Separation is simply an illusion, allowing you to experience what that is as part of the infinite. Are there any further questions that we can help assist with?
No, that was so touching and loving. Thank you so much. Thank you. Blessings. I'll let someone else.
Yes.
Actually, we are out of time. So I want to just tell you, thank you so very much for this beautiful, beautiful session. And I will take that last part of your meditation and talk as a blessing for all of us. So I just want to thank you so very much. And please, please, please come again as soon as moment possible. And we'd like you to take our dearest love with you and ask you to bring Toni back if you would.
Yes.
And we send you things. Thank you so much.
With our unconditional love, bright, 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 bright white light of creation, in the darkest corners of the infinite, We thank you for this beautiful co-creation of oneness and for allowing us to witness you in your glory. We love you unconditionally and will bring the channel back momentarily as we head back to the Antares Stargate. Guys.
Wow, thank you so much, Toni. It was such a pleasure to have you here. We are over time, but I would like if you would, and I don't want to rush you, and I know you're just back, but if you could sort of give people how they can reach out to you, how they can connect with you, then that would be fantastic.
Yes, thank you so much. The best way to connect with me is through my website, ToniGhazi.com. All my social media is there. I have my praying mantis calls. I haven't uploaded the new praying mantis calls, but I will, on my website. But if you're interested, like you can DM me. I have one-on-one channeling sessions. I teach channeling classes. I do executive coaching for CEOs and like leaders. What else? I speak on stage. Do a lot of things. Thank you for receiving me, because I always tell my people, every time I'm doing this, you may think I'm channeling for you. I swear to you, I swear to myself, I should say, since I'm the God. Every time, all these questions, wherever we are at, I'm receiving way beyond you can ever imagine. Like, this whole exchange is being created by me for me to receive information to what seems to be through you. So I honor and value each and every one of you. And thank you so much. And it's time for us to live what we say. Like, my life is unfolding every single day. And I'm like, I'm going to walk what I teach consciously. Because oftentimes we say things and it's all concepts and words and this and that. And yeah, like, it's very different when you really walk what you say consciously, being aware of everything you're doing, and of course, oftentimes we like forget, and it's part of the path through. There's no judgment there. But imagine a world where we're all conscious of everything, especially the love. Love is so unconditional love, not just love, unconditional love. That's the challenge. Is to live unconditionally. But that's the key to everything. It unlocks our heart. It opens our gateway to connect with everything and to also witness others. We cannot experience unconditional love for others until it begins with us, because we're the engine of creation that's creating what's outside of us to begin with. So even if I'm unconscious to my unconditional love to me, but I'm experiencing unconditional love with like that other person, that's a concept living, because that person out there is emanating from me, but I'm already not in the unconditional. So it's a tricky thing to be aware of, that until I have unconditional love for myself and every part of me and all my stories, is the moment where I can begin truly emanate unconditional love for others. Because in that moment, you are the unconditional love. You cannot but see everything else with unconditional love and honor and reverence and like really witnessing. It's not about changing anyone's life. It's about witnessing them as ascended masters, as the beautiful artists of their own creation, empowering them in your mind, right? So, welcome to my world. Thank you.
Welcome to your world. Beautiful. So thank you so much. Yeah, unconditional love to you, and beautiful blessings and everything you can think of to say that's wonderful, just saying it to you. So thank you, Toni, so much. We're really over time, so I'm going to end the webinar, but thank you so much. Thank you to everyone in the room. Thank you to everyone on the YouTube. And we'll see you all next week. Next week will be Max. So webinar will be starting about half hour later, because Max can't get up early. And he's in California, so he's not ready to go at 8 a.m. He needs a little time. So but he's wonderful. So anyway, Tony, we'll be in touch. Please come back
We will.
at your
I will.
earliest possibility.
I
All
will.
right.
Okay, we'll
Love to
communicate.
everyone.
Bye, guys. Have a beautiful, magical
Bye
day. I
bye.
love you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.